It's Saturday night. Do you know where your children are? Are you aware that one of the last things you wanted to have happen to you was for your doctor to, or for your wife to ask to see the doctor in the late 1700s all the way up until the late 1800s? And there was a reason the country doctor didn't charge all that much for visiting with your wife. Hey, Aid, the old near aid, aid, you, aid, on near, aid, on near, aid, on near, aid, green. Nah, I haven't been drinking. It's just coffee. I'm just pretending. To be sloshing, bro. Booze up and riot. Let's go get her done, Sasquatch. Seems to be the 2020 thing to do. Hey, Mark. I don't really have anything to talk about today. I think I got most of it off my chest last night. I think mostly. Hello, Carol. I think it's hot everywhere. How hot was it in the Panhandle, Carol, today? Excellent, Sasquatch. Oh, you already got. My chickens are still slacking. Don't even know why I feed them. Oh, wait. That's because they're actually not old enough to lay yet. They've got 20 or 30 more days before I start getting very expectant. We had cloud cover off and on, but we really didn't. It was just teaser stuff. Didn't actually give us anything. It was annoying. And we really, all the trees are dropping their leaves and stuff. It's summer. It's definitely summer. All the grass has died everywhere, but a little patch I'm trying to keep alive in my yard. Y'all lift Rob up in your prayers. Do not bring up none of the whys or nothing. Just a yes will do. Um, Good evening, Corsairs. Put your pajamas on before you sit down at the table. Um, I really expected somebody else to do a video on that little TV interview that Homeland guy did. but I couldn't find anything on it. All these big channels out there that are supposed to be trying to keep us enlightened. Not saying nothing. Well, about anything but buy my disinfectant and go to my sponsored site. It's a little annoying. Some big muckety muck at the Homeland Security guy was on the news yesterday talking about the fact that the state police have decided that they're going to quit trying to police downtown Portland, and they're going to go back. And the Homeland Security guy said, well, we've got stuff in place. We're going to go ahead and start policing the whatever. It's not late. It's early. Daniel, and besides, it's yeah, if I leave this unmonetized, I can say whatever the heck I want to. Nobody ever watches the live streams anyway. So, well, like, y'all come in and visit me, but nobody. Well, I don't know. There's like 4 or 5 of y'all that always come in and rewatch it. After. In case y'all are wondering why I always take them down. I mean, if you're a regular viewer and you want to watch one of the live streams that I pull down, if I did, I mean, some of them I delete. If I've deleted them, there's nothing I can do about it. And once you delete them, they're gone. Today, and I was just sharpening this knife. I will cut your ears off with this. I don't like you. What? You think I've gone crazy, don't you? Huh? You think I'm not going crazy? Just sitting here and talk to myself? Coming to make sure I haven't started like playing patty cake with an invisible bunny rabbit. Is that what you're doing? Go down here at least 98 degrees. Get your hot head off of me. But I want to buy a dog cheese for sale. I'll sell it to you by the pound. If they can do it in Portland, they can do it in Houston. If they can do it in Portland and Houston, they can do it in Kansas City. If they can do it in Kansas City, in Houston, in Portland, they can do it in New York City. If they can do it in Portland, Kansas City, Houston, and New York City, they can do it in Miami and Los Angeles. What? do you want? Sadie, I really don't have anything. Oh, you want one of these? I'll give you a whole jar to go with. I'm not going to open it, though. This thing stinks. Get one jerky heart. Because there's a correlation between me giving you a handful of these and you crapping in the back room. Twice now I've given you more than a couple, and twice now you've crapped in the back room. I think they might be out of date. I don't starve that dog. She's supposed to weigh about 45 pounds. She weighs a solid 70. Yeah, you're fat. Since she discovered air conditioning, she has lost her girlish figure. You're very much welcome. For being saved from unicorns, guns, Mickey Pew Pew. Got all kinds of. I have to check this now. Dog biscuit. Man. Rob's throwing darts. Rob's throwing darts and I am not there. Unicorn horn rot is some nasty stuff. I would imagine so. Hey, Killdeer. Who all's in here that I haven't said hi to? We got Killdeer, Guns with Pew Pew, Daniel, God is my judge, Chipper 66, not to be confused with Chipper 666. I don't like that guy. The Mrs. is in here, Keith Cronk's in here, Ade's in here. Burley Carpenter, I did not see you sneak in the back door. Mark Chase, the Sasquatch wasn't here. He's probably gone now. Probably not Sasquatch. I missed a lot of stuff. Corsair was here, but he's running around naked or something. Carol. I think that's everybody. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. You have to comment again, and I'll. Who's that? Oh, hi, Desiree. I just seen him. Stacy is learning. I think that's everybody. Rob said to tell everyone that y'all were a bunch of sorry windbags, and you should all be where he's at, getting drunk and throwing darts. Oh no, sorry, these aren't my regular glasses. He said to tell everyone howdy. That other stuff might have been some kind of Freudian thing. I'm not 100% sure. That depends on the day, which person. Okay. Yes, I would never lie about what somebody says on a public forum. I would never tell an untruth unless it was funny or had the potential to cause harmless family strife, which would be purely for my personal amusement. It is not easy to find land. Well, when you draw a circle and you're like, okay, we need land here, and all the land you can afford is outside the circle, it blows. I actually found an old school for sale. Seriously thinking about talking to him about that one. That would just be, I'm sorry, that would be cool. I think that would be cool. It, hold on. It occurs to me that my search on button too much. I was trying to show y'all some skin. Uh, do I? How much land with it? Sasquatch. And I've looked at a couple of churches that have been freaking locked up for 10 years, and the congregations lost theirs, honestly. I mean, it's a wood siding church with buckling floors and iffy plumbing. And it's got an acre and a half with it. RSUMC showed up. I do not see a comment from him. Hello, Irish. You're not showing up on the talkie thing. Um, that's 70s, early 80s if it's cinder block. No, this school hasn't been running for probably since the 80s, 70s or 80s. From Google Earth, you can look down into the building from the where the roof used to be on one part of it, but it's uh, this thing was built in the early 1900s. You can tell because of the height of the building. I don't know. What's he saying? I can't see any of his stuff. Um, Irish, did you get put on the hit list? What have you done now? We're actually, there's a piece of property that is well within our price range. It just happens to be an hour and a half further away than our maximum range was. It's just an hour and a half. When you add an hour and a half to 8.5, that's a lot. You know, you're no longer looking at a day's drive. You're looking at a hard day's drive in normal conditions. And not all of us are running up down the highway in a Cadillac or a pickup or a Cadillac that's shaped like a pickup. Some of us actually have to drive economic vehicles to be able to afford to do this stuff, which we still can't afford to do this stuff, for crying out loud. Hey, Anonymous American. Y'all have cake and Kool-Aid, Corsair. See, the only problem we have with Tennessee, well, there's two problems. There's the Mississippi River, more, and the fact that it makes it a 2-day drive home. So going and grabbing the kids for a 4-day weekend would be really hard to do. When driving 18, 20 hours straight, when me and the missus were in our 20s, nothing to it. I don't know if you can see the color in my beard on this camera or not, but it's not red anymore. Just saying. Where'd Mark want us to move? Oh, California? Yeah. I like Northern California, though. The only problem with Northern California is it's really close to Washington and Oregon. And I really think the biggest problem with Washington and Oregon is it's so damn close to California or Canada. To work truck mode. Yeah, guns, not carrying any weight. Just carry a pair of pliers and a screwdriver and do everything with that. Give it all of the other tools. And then it'll improve your gas mileage in your truck. We drove to California a couple times. Yeah, I mean, oh, that's right. I forgot you. I ain't never actually lived in California. I've been to California. Yeah. Now, honestly, If you're serious about improving your gas mileage, what you do is go get a early 80s long wheelbase pickup truck. 2 doors, dude. Put an aluminum toolbox in the back. Convert it to throttle body, injection, and drive that. Because you're not carrying all the side impact panels, you're not carrying all the airbags, you're not carrying the freaking oversized brake drums, oversized brake calipers. You're not carrying all that crap. You're not driving a 6,000-pound truck when all the truck only needs to weigh 3,500. Then you can afford to carry your tools. Before I messed up my truck out there, that with a 4-barrel carburetor, just carbureted, that thing got 24 miles to the gallon on the highway doing 70. I don't know what it would have got if I'd have kept it down to 60. It would do a whole lot more than 70, but that's just what I drove. It was a whole lot more comfortable riding truck than the new ones are. The new ones beat your liver out. What did Irish say? I missed it. I'm not getting to see any of Irish's comments. I didn't put him on a watch list. I don't know. Does anybody in the chat have him on their block list or something? Charlie Bear. Anyway, there's actually we could go right. There's one piece of property we found. We could go write a check for it and own it outright. The only problem is it's, what was it, like 20 miles from the Rio Grande or something? Screw that. There's a big chunk of dirt too. 11.5 acres. That's big enough for us, but I mean, literally, I would have had to spent a lot of money on diesel and stuff. Then I'd just be way ahead getting a rat hole machine than a backhoe. Oh, I Love Reptiles is out of here already? Okay. I'm going to have to, where goes that fake thing again? How do I do this? I'm going to go to my channel. It's probably going to start that one video that does automatic every time. Oh, there it is. Y'all may have to hear me talk for a second when I load this, but because it takes me a while to there it is. Let's see if I can figure out. Chat is disabled for this stream. Hello, C103. Man, you should scroll back up the deal and see what Sasquatch was saying about you earlier, dude. Yeah, I can see it over here. I'm just going to do the pop-out chat. Go back home with this. Go here. Find my pop-out chat. Let it load, albeit very slowly. It's not baking that'll kill you. It's eating the baked goods, Daniel. Okay, I go over there and open the stream thing or whatever, and do pop-out chat. Now I can see Irish's comments over here. That's funny. Just out of curiosity, how many of y'all enjoy watching me suffer, try to do this crap? Thank you, all you people telling them to hit the thumbs up. I should be saluting with my left hand. That way I don't get accused of stolen valor or whatever. This is not stolen valor. This is me as a kid always picking on my older brothers who had to go to boot camp. Hey, Buzzard Roos, the seed specialist, potato grower. Josh L. Josh L is new. It is true. The bulk of Western humor is pretty rough. I'm going to plug this because apparently everybody and their dog has forgotten. I have a P.O. box that is collecting dust if people want to send me stuff. Haven't ordered from C.H. Cadell's in so long. They don't even send me the catalogs anymore. Sadie, I'm getting a new dog. Just saying. Why? Because you smell funny. What's going on? Does anybody know where you buy Cobalt tools at? These things? Yay! Is there any Chinese seeds in them? Which they've come out now and said that the seeds aren't nothing. They don't know what that's all about. Yeah, some of them are weed seeds, but not the good kind of weed. So any mouse, what? Uh, the stop, girlfriend. Nescafe. Uh, Dadgummit, the Nescafe I like. Uh, some weird. Are you looking for these? You should leave stuff laying around on the side of the road. These are good pliers, though. I've been using the crap out of them. I might be able to tear them up. They have some at the Boy Scout Ranch. And then I found these, a crowbar, and a 2.5 pound sledgehammer, all strung out down the side of the road. So somebody was doing something, and they forgot to put your stuff up, and it all bounced off the back of the truck. And well, score. Hold on, I'm doing okay. Prayed for my mom in the hospital with COVID. Okay, Buzzard. See, that's something I've wondered about. What I haven't heard about any pregnant people with it. I just wonder what effect it has on the the one in the womb, not room, but womb. Pie, yeah. My wife's an alien. She doesn't believe in pie. She comes from a world that only eats uh, lemon pie, lemon and key lime. That's all that they eat there. See, I showed y'all and it's not finished. No judging. Everybody okay with the not judging me? And this is the toy. It's my, nah, I actually like shepherd's pie. This has got the orange thingy on it. See, it's not for the really reals, and it doesn't even have any airsoft pellets in it. But, I got to get a claspy thingy here for the elastic, and then I got to make the loop for the other side. But then you put it on, and this whole leather, this is fun. This is like a blast to make this. Stuff. After I get it and get it adjusted and everything, I'm going to stitch around the rivets. But I want to put elastic between the shoulder blades so I'll have range of motion. And I may go from here down with a elastic, so I can use this for suspenders. About the time I get this all just the way I want it and stuff, I'll decide to trade my Beretta for something else. And I'll have to get it with this stuff. Oh. Unicorn hearts and bunny farts. Why do I feel like I should know that person? What's it? Eel pie. Eel pie. Hey, Craig. I completely forgot to call you. Oh, so y'all actually putting eel in a pie? Why would you do that? I don't know. It just occurred to me that I'm making faces about eel pie and I eat rat. I digress. I apologize. Apparently, I would probably at least try it. Though, if you haven't tried Southern fried rat, you ain't lived. No. You have no, man, that's the stress of looking for property is worse than the stress for looking at what's coming down the pipe. You're probably exactly right, AA. You gotta like, what did you do? Irish? I mean, you're like all on the. What? So I need to find a currently unused spine and deliver it to unused. What? Thank you, Burley Carpenter, for that. And you, I think Home Depot or Lowe's, one of the two. Dude, I've been looking for ammo for 3 weeks. I'm getting tired of going in the store looking for ammo. Honey, what would it cost me to give me a cup of coffee?
Honestly, you'll buy me new headphones next time you go to the store. Because when I walk, it quits talking. I
Done.
have to hold it just right.
Please put sweetener. You don't have to do the honey though, because somebody got honey all over the outside of the bottle. I'm not pointing any fingers. It was me. Craig's all like, "If we got a source for, if they had a source for 9mm 5.56, they wouldn't tell us." Oh, formal request: stop posting where there's available ammo at on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Those of us that are actually living their life outside of electronic devices, who have to just go there and get lucky, don't need the competition. Because the guys that are hovering on their phone and checking for updates like that and stuff, they don't deserve the ammo. They've already got 20,000 rounds buried in their basement. They don't need it. There's all the places that still sell ammo here have started. The guy that reloads and sells it, he won't return my calls. Crap! The gun show was this weekend in Abilene. I could have caught him there. I forgot about that. Dadgummit. Are you out, Buzzard Roost? Why are you leaving already? We're not having one here in Scurry County because we suck. Yeah, I can find. I actually found some 223, and there's plenty of 22 out there. Uh, there's no pistol ammunition. Uh, and nobody's shooting it. This is Texas. If somebody shoots a gun a mile away or 2 miles away, you know they shot a gun. Nobody's shooting. If as much ammo was being bought in this county was being shot in this county, it would sound like a war zone. This whole there's an ammo shortage is a load of crap. People are buying up all the ammo and causing an ammo shortage. There are literally guys out there with hundreds of thousands of rounds of ammo for every flipping weapon they own. The stuff will never be shot. It'll all go bad in the box. Somebody approved you, Craig, but it's a G-rated live stream. Don't start acting like Sasquatch and using the crazy mean language. What did Chipper say? It's a female dog. Look, har 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 har. I didn't even know they had credit cards, but uh, exactly. I've run blood out on the ground. I'm not into the pudding and stuff like that. That's like people that drink scotch. I'm thinking, why? I mean, there's paint thinner in the barn. Just go drink it. Yeah, I guess so. I've always wanted to go to England or to the Britons. Yeah, I've always wanted to visit the Britons, the islands. You know, uh, last time I seen you try to eat dog food, Anonymous, you didn't make out so well. Just saying. So that haggis stuff must be harsh. What is it? His blood? Oh, I can't believe, man. If you still have that, if no other video exists, that video should still be up. Um, there's a lot of things real men eat. Um, there's a lot of things real men share with their dog because their dog deserves to eat stuff too. Like, it's bad enough you're not giving them anything but cornmeal. You might as well give them the blood and the cornmeal. Stuffed sheep intestine. Stuffed with what though? Real baby. What? No, they don't. They're unicorn hearts. No, we're not going to ban him just because he's vegan and, well, or they're vegan or whatever. Google haggis and still don't know what it is, so no. Exactly. Did you see that I did that am I pickier than you thing? You are. I'm not nearly as picky as you are. And I can't believe you had an X by spam. I had forgotten that about you. I try not to dwell on the negative aspects of our relationship. sheep stomach, sheep liver, sheep heart, sheep tongue, 1/2 pound. Minced 1/2 pound dry oats, toasted. 1 teaspoon kosher salt, 1/2 teaspoon ground black pepper, herbs. So it's boudin. Katie. I mean, I don't know why you would put the stomach in there. The liver and heart sound good though, but stomach goes in the drawer. I mean, that's something you. Hello, Foco. The stomach is something you rinse and give to the dog to chew. Exactly, Craig. You can polish cow poo, but it's still cow poo. See, I will eat anything, and y'all are actually making my stomach do flips. Well, I eat anything. There is, you know how to ruin perfectly good soup? Put beef stomach in it and call it menudo. Sorry about that, Craig, sort of. All right, Corsair, have a good one. Oh. Yeah, they were working too, just. Oh. Oh. Yeah, my dog was trying to beat a hole in the floor with her tail, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I went in there to check on her, and she's just doing all kinds of stuff, wagging her tail. Best I can figure is she was dreaming that she was playing with the grandbaby. She really likes the grandbabies, and they never come over anymore. Um, did I ever finish telling the story about the Sadie? It's peanuts. Lay back down. Um, anyway, the story of the land in Arkansas is about being too far. Oh, that little shepherd cross thing y'all got? If I could find reloading equipment for the 9, I'd say we could use some of that over there, but I can't even find reloading equipment. So, yeah, Burley Carpenter, that's my brother wasn't a fan of 9mm, so he didn't have any of the stuff to reload 9mm. He had a 44, and I don't. So, but I do have all the stuff for 270, and I'd like to get the stuff for 223 or 556. I mean, and wax. I guess 223 would be a better bet, but. I mean, reloading's not that hard. You just have to be careful and pay attention to what you're doing. Mostly, all I want is uh, the ability to cast my own slugs. That's one thing I like about revolvers and stuff is you can use cast bullets in them. You know, I mean, you can use cast bullets and everything else, but you got to worry about lead in your barrel if you're going clip, 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 clip. My bad. Magazine, magazine, magazine. Everybody's fixing to come out of the woodwork on that little slip. I've been looking all over the place. I can find a deal to pour one slug at a time, but all the 2s and 6s are out of stock. Can you imagine? I mean, just save all your. That's the key is saving all your brass. Brass is the part that's brass and primers are the things you can't manufacture yourself. I mean, semi-automatic rifles are excellent for a lot of things, but there's a reason I have the older school versions of firearms. You can make things happen. My brother already checked it out. You can make things happen in the 270 deer rifle with homemade black powder and homemade lead bullets. You can make things happen. make things happen pretty well out to 200 yards. There's a lot of smoke and a ton of fire comes out the end of the gun, but you can make things happen. And see, I don't know if we haven't been following the TP thing. I guess I need to keep up on that, but I don't. I mean, I'm not a reloading guy. I'm not a gun guy. I mean, anybody that's seen me shoot should be able to tell you that I'm not a gun guy. I can make the projectile go down range and make things fall down. But I've never been to no tactical shooting school. I've never had any classes on how to shoot or whatever. We were taught to shoot on a turn row in the middle of a cotton patch. The lesson lasted 10 minutes. And then we were given the 22 and we were told to go get something to bring home and eat. The end. I am adamantly opposed to concealed carry permits. Well, licensed carry permits. What was that term you used a while ago? Biatch. It's in my license carries in the Constitution. You want to give somebody a chip or a tattoo or something like that that says they can't carry after they've lost their constitutional right, then let's do that. Everybody else has the right to carry. Because you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. So even though you've been charged, some of this crap, even though you've been charged with something, even though the charges are later dropped, it still affects your ability to do certain things in the United States. That's not constitutional. They can charge you with anything. True, Craig. And that's why I do not carry on my person. I carry within the still constitutionally allowed part of it. You know, if I go into a store and somebody pulls out a gun and starts robbing the place, I'm going to hit the ground and crawl off. People die. That's on them. The government told me I couldn't carry my gun in there. The end. It's not my bad. They're going to sue the government, not me. In Texas, I can walk around with a long gun if I want to. But then they just call the popo on you. And you have to go through the, oh, I was just carrying it because y'all won't let me carry a pistol. Yes, Team Foco, that's what it's for, but you can make things happen. The trick on the um, black powder and the lead in the modern day rifle was the slugs were just a little undersized, and he would load them with a paper patch, just like uh, Quigley Down Under, and the paper would make up the difference. So it reduced the leading in the rifling, but it still had it could still build the pressures or whatever. You know, you're not gonna make a 500-yard shot with black powder in the deer rifle, because you're just not. Like, you might in a 30-30, just because reasons. But now the inline muzzle loaders and stuff, which aren't muzzle loaders, that's different. Good night, Guns. It's good to see you, man. What'd you do now? And if you want to go get a concealed carry, and I'm thinking about backing off of it and getting one, it just annoys me that people are, well, I mean, everybody's like, oh, they took bump stocks away. Dude, they made it a law that you have to go and prove that you can legally exercise your Second Amendment right. It says keep and bear. That means actually use. You can't use it if you're not carrying it. It's, you have the right to keep and use, keep, carry, and use your firearm. You have a constitutional right to shoot the bad guy. Blame it on me. Guns, it'll be fine. I can take it. I'll just curl up in the corner somewhere and cry. Um, Maybe. a friend of mine he used to coach soccer, and one of the ladies on the soccer team got the crap beat out of her by her husband. So this guy went and explained to him what it was like to get the crap beat out of you for nothing. Just not even know why you're getting the crap beat out of you. And he got arrested for it. The charges were dropped, but that causes him no end of grief now when it comes time to buy a firearm. And that's bogus. He didn't use a firearm, so why should it matter? Well, we have to prevent the escalation. No. A guy with enough moco to use his hands to prove a point is not the guy that's going to go and prove a point with a sidearm. That's not how it works. The guy that's going to use the sidearm to prove a point is going to start that way. And there's no preventing it. You cannot pass legislation to prevent that. And if YouTube hadn't stopped the ability to post videos on how-tos, I could, with the equipment I have on hand and a couple of 3 hours, I could walk out there and pick junk up out of my pile and make a handgun. This whole gun legislation crap is a load of crap. Hey, is Tater, check around on the. Sorry, Craig, check around on the. See if that range is still open, and on FM 400 there in Slayton. They have long range shooting there, too. And you don't have to be a member, I think, or didn't used to. I don't know if it's still open or not. I hadn't been there forever, man. All right, Daniel, have a good one. I'm guessing y'all are having a feed at the church tomorrow or something. Excuse me. I brought this home from South Texas. It's got dog hair all over it. It was in the floor. I picked it up. I'm going to make a weapon of mass destruction with this. I'm going to spray paint it black. I don't even know what a bullpup is. Oh, that's a pistol. Like I say, I'm not a gun guru. For inside the house, I would really like to have a pump action 410. The 2.5 or 2 3/4 inch shells with number 4 shot. Let's get her done. I might injure my kids on the other side of that drywall wall, but I'm not going to kill them. But the guy on this side of the drywall, he's going to feel every bit of it. The one you had that you dropped down the mountain, Anonymous? Or before it fell down the mountain? Or in the lake or whatever. I actually prefer the 7mm mag to the 300 Win mag. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other thing on that though. That's just I find the recoil in the 7mm more enjoyable than that of the 300 Win mag. And the end result is basically the same. Now, he was saying bye to Corsair a while ago, Killdeer. That's like 270 versus a 30-06. 30-06 at the end of the ride is a little bit more impressive, but it's like everything's got to be approved. He did something wrong. Irish, do you have your channel set to age restricted? Well, I've shot both the 300 and the 7mm mag. I prefer the 7mm mag. It could have been the rifle. The 7mm mag was a Browning. I mean, it was a high-end Browning rifle. Like $3,000 or $4,000 rifle. And then the 300 Magnum was I think it was a 700, which it was a newer model 700 instead of the old school one, which may have made a difference also. I wouldn't want to walk around all day with that Browning, but the recoil was, I mean, it was about like shooting a 270, honestly. And God, drive a nail. Irish. That would be why everything's having to be approved. Your YouTube's got you flagged. have reloading equipment for every caliber I own. Just wish I had a progressive press. Shotgun press will be next. Think of the possibilities. I'm gonna shoot forks before it's all over. Yeah, see, I want a shotgun reloading thing. I've done the reloading where you just use like a screwdriver and stuff, which is actually really cool. But it's it's a little on the scary side. But it works. You can do it. And that's fine. Shit, they're approving your stuff. It's just we were trying to figure out why you're having to approve everything. But if you have a habit of being actually an age restricted channel, then because mine is not age restricted, so um, yeah, I'm great in a crisis. I go check to see if I can find backup. I mean, I would much prefer calm, peaceful, joyful, serene existence. Say what? You're like, okay, yeah, but you're freaking weird. You bitch about it all the time about this and this and this and this and this is all blowed up, and then you look in your eyes and your eyes are twinkling on fire. You're just like, throw it off. You're like, oh, it's shut down, yay! Freaking soldiers, I swear. Pretty much, Sasquatch. We found a piece of property that's in our price range. It's too far away from here, but it's in the mountains. With literally, I can hop the back fence, walk 100 yards, and jump in the flipping river across public land. I mean, open access. This is free to whoever wants to be on it land. There's actually a creek that runs through the back end of the property that dumps into the river. So I could just go that way. The one with water in it. It's not the Mississippi. I ain't getting to that thing. Uh, is it the red? Little chartreuse, little pink, something. Can't remember. Seriously, I don't remember. Um, It would put us roughly 8 hours from your new location. Thus, the issue puts us 8 hours from you, but 10 hours from our grandkids. No, this is in Arkansas. It's maybe hour and a half from the Mississippi River. It puts Mrs. 8 hours from Obi, yeah. The only problem is we have to introduce Obi to Sadie, and Sadie's a witch. Sadie thinks she is the boss of everything. But after you're adopted, then nothing is allowed to mess with you. So four. Sadie is a 4-year-old Catahoula biatch. We don't do nothing but eat biscuits and chew on bone. Kill the odd coyote or fox. Other than that, she doesn't do anything. She cusses me with her eyes when I refuse to shoot the possums. I treat that rodent and you won't shoot it. She has a real problem with it. Oh, she's a good dog. I put a choker chain on her, and I don't have to use the chain. I just put it on her, and she switches off. She becomes a freaking leash dog that fast. Oh, see, that wouldn't be good. That's one of the things that bothers me is Sadie's never been inside a fence. And she would want to go meet everybody in this town. Because this property is actually inside a community proper. Well, it's on the outside edge of it. But well, that possum you got, man, that thing ain't the size of a full-grown pack rat yet. You're going to have to feed that more peaches. And she's not a car dog. She doesn't like to go for rides. I'm actually scared to death of what moving's going to do to her. Yes, the possum is adorable. And we've kept possums. I mean, the possum that she keeps treeing is named Obi. Opie. Opie. Opie the opossum. Hey, Lance. And Lance's mama. I don't see where you. Oh, there it is. Why aren't you blue, Rachel? That's weird. Thought I made you blue a long time ago. Hi, Lance. Well, I'd make him blue, but he does use a lot of expletives sometimes. Um, and if everybody's blue, I mean, I get it. There's a lot of channels out there that everybody that subscribe to them, they make them blue or whatever. And trust me, just because you're not blue, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. I make people blue that I know that are gonna like. Well, usually Sasquatch. They're gonna watch your P's and Q's. Did Craig bounce out of here? Uh, gonna have everybody calling Rachel Lance's mom. Everybody. Now all we need is for LS to show her butt back up again. I was glad that she jumped in the other night. Or day or whenever it was she came in. And of all the ones, man, he threw the big one out there. That's okay. That particular live stream, we were all. What? No, all right. She said she doesn't mind. There's enough wrenches in here; they'll approve you. Just keep going. You're good. She's just busy. She's doing school and working and churching. Ooh, cinnamon cake. Uh, hey Burley. Next time you see the revolted men, tell them to calm down. It's just a knife, man. Um, I think I told him about. Well, I said something about cinnamon cake. Anyway, go enjoy your cake, uh, Savage. I mean, AA. I mean, whoever non-YouTube person you are. Been researching the Bowie knot, the original Bowie knot, and the knife that Jim Bowie carried for fighting is probably not the one everybody thinks it was. This is true. C103. Um, I love it when he gets boogered about something. Of who? TRM does? That's so funny. Okay, I got to tell this one. She, she said that the revolted man kind of reminded her of Kramer on Seinfeld, how he gets all about stuff. And she's right. Oh, that's a good one right there. Anyway, the Bowie knife was actually the Bowie knife that uh what was his brother's name? That the brother made for Jim was probably a slashing stabbing knife, which means it was long with a tapered blade that came to a point. It wasn't it wasn't it was more along the lines of a parry, let's poke a hole knife. I think the reason he came out ahead of the game on those guys that he was fighting with that were using the cane swords is they were poking little holes in him, and every time he scored a hit, he was leaving a big hole. So, not Wilbur. It's like right there, but somebody in here has got to know that it's not Wilbur. Dadgum. It's Jim Bowie's the guy that used the knife, but his brother made it for him. And I'm gonna go Google it. So y'all type it in there. Resin. Resin Bowie made the knife. Resin Bowie was the smith in the family that made the knife. Resin Bowie started the Bowie Knife Company. And made money off of the knife. But the knife that he made and sold the most of was not a copy of Jim Bowie's fighting knife, but one of these. Take it. Here we go. Basically, a big honking bushcraft knife. Yeah, but his brother Resin Google this. Hold on. That's the guy that made his knife. Hold on, dadgummit. Oh. I feel like I've gone behind the curtain. Hold on, I'm not coming back yet. Oh. These are just the two within walking distance. Three. My bad. Being from Texas, I've got a big buoy outside. I'm not going to go get it. Being from Texas, I might and might not be partial to different styles of bowie knife. This is actually handmade one. This was given to me by Trey Ezel. This was his dad's knife. I can't believe I wound up with this. This is my Sunday go to meeting knife. Beautiful. And then you have, this is my wife's big bushcraft knife, which is your, whatever they call this, clip point thingamajigger. This is a bowie style knife. It's got a little flat grind in it, semi-hollow grind actually. I like this knife. And then you have the one that was actually, this knife was actually a go-to knife in World War II, I believe, because the guys were going and they didn't have a knife. These were being bought by their people at home and sent to them. This one, the Buck 119. This knife was not made as a bushcraft knife. This was made as a heavy utility knife with the purpose of slashing and sticking. This knife was designed to hoit the axis of eval and increase the chances of American soldiers coming home. Totally badass knife. If you, the K-bar, the Marine K-bar fighting knife. It's a bowie. It's the knife that, this is the knife that Resin Bowie said, okay, we're going to make a lot of these and we're going to sell them all over the world. Because a guy out on the plains, while he might enjoy having a fighting knife, he could a whole lot more use this, because this you can fight with or you can skin a buffalo with. Makes more sense. Resin made that knife because Jim Bowie had 4 or 5 men gunning for him. And he wasn't the kind of guy that was going to walk around with a cane sword. Just not how I rolled. Cut, go. Dude, the buck knife I used to carry when you and me were kicking around in the bushes, I still got it. Where's it? It's over there too. My little 105, I still got it. There's a 105 or 109. I still got it, brother. It's a little thinner. The new ones, I don't like those. They changed the blade profile. Blade profile. All right, Squatch, be good. They are indestructible. The downside to them is on the, found this out the hard way on the 105. It's a work hardened steel. So the further, the more times it gets sharpened, the softer the core gets. And I think I've made it into the soft core of my blade. I mean, you can still sharpen it and still use it, but it doesn't hold an edge like it used to. And then my wife tried to kill me with a keyboard once. Still got the scar. It's never going to heal. But it was a good learning experience for me. I now know exactly what to look for in her eyes. Exactly. Haven't seen it since. Well, my pet rooster did. But he only saw it for like a little bitty bit of time. Burley Carpenter. Tell him this is a bushcraft knife. That's the thing. There's so many people out there like, no, this is a bushcraft knife. This is a bushcraft knife. This is a bushcraft knife. Crafting is making. You don't need a big, and I agree. I don't think you need a big bushcraft knife on a bug out. Me, in this part of the world, if I have to choose between an axe and machete, I'll swing to the machete every time, because I do not intend on felling trees. I can take down a 4-inch tree with a machete in just a couple of minutes or a few seconds, probably. Anything under 2 inches with my little machete, and it's 1 or 2 swings. The difference is I've practiced with a machete a lot. And the thing about it is I can skin a pack rat with a machete. I can skin one with the axe. It's not very easy to do. It's a lot easier to do with a small machete. Now, the big 28 and 32-inch machetes, I don't have a lot of. Now, this, which is a World War I machete, is the size of my machete. But this is a good size machete. This is a good size knife. It's not real thick. The blade's flexible, so it's not going to bend. It's not going to break. You can fight with this. You can chop with this. You can process wood with this. You can skin. You choke up on it. You can skin the animal. You just have to be smart about it. This is a good size weed whacker. Um, that one's actually about an inch shorter, and it's a couple of ounces lighter than the one that I prefer to carry. Right. And I agree that a tomahawk is a good blade. I mean, it's a good defensive, offensive weapon in the right hands. Um, it gives you a little bit of reach. It gives you some ability that you wouldn't have with a knife. Now, I don't want to get in a dance with anybody with a knife or a machete or a tomahawk. I just don't want to do it. Everybody bleeds in a knife fight, even the winner. It's I can promise you that. Good night, Mrs. West. You want your knife back? Do y'all find it odd that she keeps this in there on the table right next to her? And y'all want to know whether or not she's joking when she says, "I'm going to stab you"? What do y'all think? Considering she's got this right there beside her. Me and Burley Carpenter, man. He's a big old burly dude. If y'all don't think a machete is a bushcrafting tool, then y'all have not watched enough of that little Oriental dude that makes all the stuff with bamboo. I want that guy in my mag. I want to fly his little Indo-Taiwanese butt over here, and I want to keep him. Guy use that machete, and it's freaking sword machete. He uses it for everything. I think I just told y'all what kind of videos I watch, but the guy's like a bushcraft ninja. And he carries a flipping rock and a machete. Burley, you should make an effort to meet C103. He's somebody you could look up to. See what I did there, Mark? That was pretty good, huh? I miss hanging out with Zachariah. He's pretty cool, dude. The only thing I regret about taking the road trips and there, I'm so good at texting now. I actually want to try to forge a tomahawk. Is that's the I think hand forging stuff or whatever and trying to market it would be easier in a different part of the world. But my biggest thing is we've got to get somewhere where it rains, where there's more English speaking people, and more conservative people. Dude, 103 is like, what are you, like 6'8" or something? 7'1", some crap like that? You're way up there. He's the short one of the two brothers. I'm 6'1", and I have to crane my head if I'm standing close to him to look up at him. Right? He's up there. He's tall. When you were a young boy, who teach you to do cornbread? First lady showed me how to make cornbread was my mama. And it's super simple. Now, I've had several people show me different ways to make cornbread. The guy or the guys that taught me to make cornbread in a skillet over a fire were my two best friends at the time, Perry and Gary Hill. Two young boys of color. I spent the night at their house and got up Saturday. We out running around. We made forts out in the weeds and stuff like that. And they're like, "Ooh, we're hungry." And I was like, "I'm hungry." They said, "Let's go make something to eat." And I was like, "Okay." We ran in the house. One of them got a skillet, heated it up, and put lard in it. And next thing I know, they're mixing hot water, cornmeal, flour, salt, and pepper, and making patties out of it and throwing it in the skillet. That was the best thing ever. And we ate 2 corn cakes apiece and went back to playing. Zeke is very Osdog. I've got a really good video that we did in front of his house that I need to put on Patreon. It's just, he was so passionate in that every time I watch it, it catches me off guard. I'm like, oh. And if it's shocking me, it's going to light everybody. There would be so much pushback against that video. It would not even be funny. Hey, Beaumont. I need to get off here too. What time is it? I've been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. I've still got a small cast iron Dutch oven. I grabbed at a garage sale for $5 that I've got to see if I can salvage. I think I sized it and the lid off of it fits the. I want to try to cast an aluminum lid for a cast iron Dutch or a cast aluminum Dutch oven. I have that I don't have a lid for. It's $80 for that skillet with a lid, or that Dutch oven in aluminum. And I've scoured for, surely somebody's broken the pot and still has the lid, but I can't find one. All right, Carol. Man, you've been ghosting the background for a long time, haven't you, Carol? You calling it a night, Craig? Hey, you're off this weekend, right? Or whatever. Check your G-Bos, dude. Go to every G-Bos in town. G-Bos, not goat. Not G-Bos, G-Bos. Somebody check their goat. The thing with a cast iron Dutch oven is you do not bug out with it. But if you're able to acquire enough cast iron to have 2 of everything, you can have 1 of everything at your residence and 1 of everything at your location. So you don't have to go over there and eat out of stainless steel and like you're in some kind of third world freaking country, for crying out loud. You can go over there and eat civilized out of cast iron. That's why you do that. But the cast aluminum stuff is super light, and it's actually toteable. Try to help people out, get ridiculed for it. Story of my life. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce out of here too, guys. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us this fine Saturday evening in the deserts of West Texas as we watch all the rain clouds form and drift over us and go right down to the people whose lakes are all full. And suffer through yet another dry and loveless day. Probably going to make a drive to Truett, Texas tomorrow. Maybe. Undecided. Which is not that much further to Odell from there. So we'll see. Love all you folks. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. Try to figure out something nice to do for somebody else. It's not going to hurt you. It may make you feel a bit awkward the first few times, but it won't kill you. Okay? Love all you people. Be blessed. Stay alive. Don't die. See y'all next time.